welcome to another episode of Writing in Cars with Books. I'm Jaclyn.
And I'm Phillip.
And today we're going to be discussing WE3 by Grant Morrison and Frank Whiteley. This was recommended...
We're going to say it quietly?
No, quite.
Oh.
Not quietly.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Whew. This was recommended to me by Phillip.
This guy right here.
I read Grant Morrison before, but this was new. Brutal. What is it about, you may ask?
What is it about?
Weapons of the future.
The
end. Okay. Deep inside a top-secret U.S. Air Force research facility, a revolution in cybernetics is taking shape. Using ordinary domestic animals for their test subjects, the scientists of Project AWE have created a new class of cyborgs, flesh and metal creatures designed to rule the battlefields of tomorrow. The project's crowning achievement is a trio of prototypes, each one custom-built and trained to work as a specialist within the team, code-named WE3. With their nervous systems enhanced and supplemented by cutting-edge military hardware, they are the ultimate smart weapons, programmable yet autonomous. Am I saying that?
Autonomous.
Yeah. I knew I was saying that wrong.
Autonomous.
Automatopoeia.
All I want for Christmas is a hippo.
Oh my God. Programmable yet autonomous, loyal yet utterly ruthless. But, successful as they are, the members of WE3 are still only prototypes, to be dismantled when their testing is complete. Inside their fearsome mechanical shells, however, are three lost pets whose amplified traits include the will to survive, an instinct that proves to be even stronger than their makers knew. Faced with destruction, WE3 runs out into a frightening and confusing world where they are now as much of a threat as those who hunt them. Relentlessly pursued, WE3 fights with the combined firepower of a battalion and a faint, warm memory of somewhere called home. Whew!
That was a lot.
That was a lot, and it sums up the book pretty much to a T.
Yes.
So it's hard to see because it's shiny.
Shiny.
But we have a dog, a cat, and a rabbit in these mech suits.
Yep.
And this is 3 single issues. Each chapter starts with a missing pet poster of each one. And so you know their name and who's looking for them, and it's so sad. Were they stolen? Were they just lost?
Yeah, it's the government. They stole them. Let's just assume that the government stole the pets.
So, this is a book about the government behaving badly and pets and how much we love them. Okay?
Right. So the premise, all of what she said was the premise, but basically it's the journey of these 3 pets sticking together. It's like Homeward Bound. But they are killing machines, basically, that the government created. And they're like, hey, let's use pets and their instincts to do something. And you go through their whole trials and tribulations of escaping not only what they went through when they were government weapons, but now what they're going through to survive as a weapon, right? Yeah. Like, they didn't get out of these mech suits. They're trapped in these mech suits.
They're literally connected by wires.
Yeah. They're not quite cyborgs, but they're close enough to a cyborg, basically.
And they have to take medication regularly to control their emotions and whatever. And they are also programmed to talk, so they kind of talk to each other.
Right.
They call each other by their number, and they say home and some other broken up sentences. We're going about a roundabout, and I'm scared for my life. Okay. So,
it's a new roundabout. Sometimes people don't know how to use it.
Why did you recommend this book to me?
Well, number one, it has pets.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about their journey. Once again, it's a journey about figuring out who you are and what you want to be. And are you just a weapon?
Are you?
From these pets' perspective, are they just a weapon?
Are you what they create you to be, or are you more?
Right. And once again, that's what this book is finding out. And we find out that, like, these wasn't the only 3 pets. Like, there is other pets that the government's been doing this on.
Yeah, number 4 is a mastiff.
Yeah.
And they send him out to destroy WE3.
But the Mastiff was at the beginning of his programming,
Yes.
right? Like it was kind of like a phase 2 at the beginning of his programming. So he didn't have help. The WE3 was a team together, right?
All trained by the same doctor.
Correct.
Who had a pet parrot.
Yes.
That she was trying to train to talk, which was interesting. So she loved animals, but yet she did this.
I mean, it really is kind of a homeward bound survival story about what these animals are going to do. And everyone who reads this, it is can be very difficult. It is not Pride of Baghdad difficult.
It is gruesome.
But it is 3 military animals, and the military is after them to get their back, and they just want to find their way home. So is everything in it happy-go-lucky? Absolutely not.
No.
But at the end of the day, Philip recommended a book, which means it's not going to be the most heartbreaking book in the world.
He makes fun of me that all I read is depressing stuff, and then he hands me this.
But it's the journey, though. The journey can be hard.
All the stuff I read is about journeys.
Yeah, no, it's about journey, and then everyone dies.
That's not what I read at all.
Or
everyone almost dies in this.
But they didn't.
They didn't.
It's about
It's got a happy ending.
It's about what you can overcome.
As happy as you can get with this book, anyway.
Now, but it's like, once again, is everything perfect at the end of this book? No. Absolutely not. But once again, life isn't perfect, right? Life can be messy. Life is not perfect. But can you make it through what your hard times are? And
can you fight against the government? And
be better at the end? Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is the 20th anniversary edition. So this book came out in 2004.
Right.
Just saying.
And I will tell you, like, I love Grant Morrison stuff. Anything he writes that isn't necessarily a superhero book, which I mean by that by DC or Marvel,
Klaus,
is phenomenal, right? Like, it is every bit of everything that I love. Grant Morrison does a great job writing. Frank art is as beautiful as always.
It's brutal, though.
It is.
I would show some pieces, but it's going to have blood in it.
It is. Well, they're war machines, right?
Yeah, they released a bunch of lab rats, and the dog just ate them.
Once again,
and was it the cat or the rabbit that was like, "Ew, meat"?
Yeah.
I guess it was the rabbit, because the rabbit doesn't eat meat. It was like, "Ew, meat." Yeah.
Hey, it's raining.
Woo! It's raining.
But yes, it's a brutal book. But at the end of the day, it's about the journey.
There's no blood on this page.
It's about the journey. It's an awesome book. It's a very good book. Yeah, I've been trying to get her to read it forever. I got Tess to read it.
Oh my gosh. It comes out in the DC Compact Edition later this year.
It does.
It also is available in this deluxe hardcover. So half of this is like behind the scenes sketches and other bonus content. So this much is story, this much is bonus content.
Well, I mean, there's lots of good bonus content in the hardcover. You won't get that probably in the compact edition. I can't imagine.
It was cool how they created the logo and the different cover variations.
Because the logo is dog tags.
So,
which is really, really well done.
But yeah. Philip recommends WE3
I highly
Grant
recommend.
Morrison and Frank Whiteley.
Yep.
It is published by DC. Okay, that is all I have to say.
That's all I have to say too.
Okay, bye. Thanks for watching.
Bye.